Hello from Southern Ontario this October 5th. A lengthier video here. I'm going to ramble on subject, not specific individual or group or something so much. Little background. Robert Ferguson pops up in my comments on the YouTube channel. And Mr. Ferguson said, "Thank you, Carl, for introducing me to Rachel Gilmore. She's the best. Another strong woman you're scared of. LOL." I take it that's not lots of love, Robert. Rachel Gilmore doesn't scare me. I've said before, what she does for the role she plays it commendably well. Really good. Rachel got some excellent instruction at the Young Global Leaders program there. What class did she graduate now? I forget. I've got her in here somewhere. Whatever. Doesn't matter. A woman that does kind of scare me is Ursula von der Leyen, the European Union Commissioner. She scares me, Robert. She's intelligent and powerful. Yeah, I find Ursula von der Leyen a little scary. Kind of like Mark Carney. Mark Carney's pretty scary. Intelligent man, a lot of power in the WEF. Those kind of people scare me somewhat. Propaganda parrot like Rachel Gilmore, again, she does her job commendably well. I mean, she makes the hate network, Freudian slip there, the anti-hate network, actually sound legitimate. Just as an example. No, Robert, what really scares me is where we are societally in our Western countries. How would I explain this to you, Robert? When a society realizes it's in such peril, let's go back to the 20s and the 30s, say. In the 30s, there was that little painter fellow. You know who I mean? The Austrian chap who created so much trouble on a global level. How many people got train rides that were one way? Yeah, that little fellow, Robert. He convinced a population that knew that their country, their society, and their finances were in dire straits, that those people were the cause and were the enemy. You know who I mean by those people, the ones who took the train rides. We see the same thing happening here, where even the dimmest and the weakest amongst us in our Western societies realize we're on a precipice. But do they have the courage to recognize where the peril lies, who those people that have us where we are and continue to take us further over the precipice? It takes a lot of courage to face that, because the odds are almost insurmountable, really, when it comes down to it. It's easier, much easier. It takes a lot less intestinal fortitude and a lot less critical analysis. It's easier to listen to the propaganda department to say it's those people, or in this case when Rachel Gilmore says it's conservatives. Yeah, that's where we are. The parallels are there. Moving a decade further back, when did Benny in Italy come into power? I think 2022, something like that. You know, Benny, he referred to himself as the Duke, but really he was the dupe of the industrialists, the capitalists in Italy. They placed him there. Same as, our globalists now have placed so many of our leaders. Macron, Trudeau, the list goes on and on. And we see the similarity. Let's go to British Columbia. Oversimplification here. We have Eby running for re-election, I should say, on the promise of $1,000. He's going to give $1,000 to every British Columbian for 3 years. And people are going to grasp at that. They're going to go, yeah, well, that's a good idea. Benny the Duke, or the Dupe, he told everyone he was going to make the trains in Italy run on time. And he did. And the populace said, Benny's the man. His word's good. Look, he got the trains running on time. Do you know how he got the trains running on time, Robert? His capitalist buddies. Opel, I think the car manufacturer, was a big player. Whoever owned that company and his buddies, they sold to the taxpayers, on the taxpayers' dime, new trains, new rails, maybe new stopwatches, whatever it took to run a railway in 1922 or 3 or something. It's that simple. It's that easy. People don't want to have the intestinal fortitude to apply the cerebral reasoning to see what the true threat is, because that threat's big and it's real. It's far easier to listen to someone like Rachel Gilmore say, it's conservatives. It's people like Pierre Poilievre and Trump. So, I guess we'll see what happens with the election in British Columbia. Will the people buy the trains running on time? And what will happen in the States with Trump? And let's not forget, Klaus and company endorsed Kamala in fear of Trump. Anyways, Robert, LOL. And by that I mean lots of luck, buddy. You're going to need it. Enjoy, Rachel.